Moments exhibit that we participated in as a class was really part of a whole festival called Moments that stretched 4 or 5 blocks of 25th Street. And it was all about activating spaces with interesting art to bring people into potentially new parts of the city in sort of a way that hadn't ever been done before in Ogden. So everything that went into the festival was either light, sound, or time-based. And those elements were chosen very intentionally, partly in an attempt to sort of bring people into these areas and realize that they are much safer than they feel, and that they're actually a very welcoming part of the community. Introducing light was a way we were able to do that. Additionally, I chose light because I think it's an interesting medium to try to experiment with. I've never heard of a sculpture class, especially at a beginning level, focusing on light as a medium, and so I just wanted to see what happened when we did that. One of the cool things about light is it immediately draws you in. We like to think we're more sophisticated than a bug, but we really almost aren't, right? Like, we see light, especially in an art setting, and it really does draw us in. So it was challenging, I think, for people to wrap their head around at first, and we did a lot of prototyping and experimenting. I had a box full of various battery-powered light things that they got to be able to play with for the first couple of days, and then as they started realizing the positive and unique qualities of light as a visual tool, I think they embraced that really well and were able to create some great pieces because of it.
Well, this piece is called Light Cube, and the height is purposeful too, to be looking up at it with the sound element. Just sort of get a sense of euphoria, to something peaceful, like a celestial figure. All this semester, my projects have basically revolved around a cube, a geometric shape, so I thought I may as well finish it off with a large one.
Because we're dealing with light, I decided to play off of reflective light, and I've always loved kaleidoscopes, and so I wanted to make something, or like a disco ball, something that just reflected light in a different way. So it kind of gives the illusion of like a disco ball once it's up against a wall. I think it reflects myself because I've always been very fun and outgoing and kind of crazy and all over the place and a little unpredictable.
I think art and culture in general is really the most important element that our cities have right now, and one of the biggest things that we should be focusing on as communities. Artists have to step up and be sort of active participants in their communities. I think that big ways that you can be able to do that is start working with organizations that are actively involved in the communities and see what skill set you have that you can offer up to them. But also think of yourself, as an artist, you're a storyteller and you represent your unique perspective, but you also represent the perspective of your community. And if you can learn how to be able to use your artwork as a form of storytelling and to communicate with people, I think that you have great things to say and the community's ready to hear it. And if you can figure that out, you will absolutely bring people together. And I think that's a huge benefit to our communities.